For more on this, let's now bring in Solly Moeng, a brand reputation strategist at DonValley Reputation Managers. And he joins us now via our video link for more on this discussion. Solly, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. Now, the globe is, of course, marking World Tourism Day. And maybe let's hone in on South Africa and the state of tourism in South Africa. Maybe just give us an insight just from hearing there from the minister saying that domestic travel has increased as well as international travel has increased. But what is the state of South African tourism?
So I'm very happy to be here. Look, it's amazing that when I listen to political speeches about South African tourism like 20 years ago, and I listen to the same speech today, it's almost like it's the same speech. Nothing has changed. It's almost like one has to separate politicians from the tourism sector. The tourism sector, the private sector, with all the various organizations like ASATA, FEDASA, TPCSA, Bursa, and all these organizations, FEDASA, they are all working together despite the political rumblings at SA Tourism between the minister and the board at tourism. We know that South Africa is struggling to get to recover fully, if you want, in terms of regional spread post-COVID. Cape Town is doing well. The Cape is doing well, very, very well. It's almost over-recovered since COVID. Of course, Ora Tambo is a major entry point into the country, but I don't know how many of those people stay in Johannesburg, as the reporters say. I think a lot of people go to the Kruger Park. Yeah. Some of those attractive brands, those traditional attractive brands that have always served as honey pots, if you want, to bring people into South Africa so that they get spread around the country. Yeah. They continue to be very strong, but there's a challenge, especially domestic flights. We know that we don't have sufficient supplies of domestic flights in South Africa. That is a key. That's one. And safety and security also is another challenge to South African tourism.
And maybe, Solly, then let's just talk about, the challenges being faced by South African tourism broadly. I mean, you speak of pre-COVID. I mean, you're saying that it hasn't fully recovered. And when you look at the likes of, issues that we see in eThekwini, in Durban, for instance, what impact does that have? I mean, not so long ago, we're told that some of the beaches, one couldn't even go and bathe in. So what challenges as a whole is this industry facing? When you look at even the city of Johannesburg also facing a number of service delivery challenges, what challenges as a whole can you say contribute to the challenges we're seeing in the South African tourism sector?
The failure of government in general, especially at local municipal level. We know that, look, tourism is just a microcosm of the broader South African economy. It also relies largely on working infrastructure. It relies on, electricity and water supplies. It relies on clean beaches, and all those things have to be done by government at various levels. So when government fails, it makes it harder for people who promote South Africa to bring people here. And these things are in the papers, whether at home, abroad. We live in an era of digital media, social media. People get to know what's happening here, and they say this, and they say, why should I go to South Africa? We must remember that South Africa is a long-haul destination from most of its major sources of tourism. People are not going to come all the way here to face troubles. So I think it's important that we fix local municipalities. They have to deliver the basic of services so that the tourism sector is able to use working cities, working infrastructure, attractive infrastructure to attract people to the various parts of South Africa so that they go beyond Cape Town and the Kruger Park. Service delivery is a major safety and security. We've also had the tourists being attacked. We've also had locals being attacked, even on Table Mountain, unfortunately, on the roads. I think we have to work hard. It's a pity that some of these challenges have been challenges for more than 20 years, and we still seem to be struggling, to be able to move past those things. We need to get to a point where South Africa, we're able to say South Africa used to be an unsafe place to go. Now it's now a safe place to go because X, Y, Z have been done, but we're not able to move past those.
And how detrimental then is this, Solly, particularly when you look at South Africa that has so many, attraction sites when it comes to, tourism destinations, and a time when we are really trying to grow the economy and, increase jobs. How detrimental is it when you can't market a country as beautiful as ours?
It's the ripple effects hit the small man or small woman on the ground. The same people that the minister was mentioning who run spaza shops or who run little B&Bs or restaurants in townships in rural areas. Those are the ones who end up not receiving the income they should be getting from the tourism sector, because the infrastructure, maybe the roads leading to them are not safe. Maybe the other forms of infrastructure leading to them is not safe. So people come here, they decide, you know what, I'm going to limit my trip to Cape Town, to known places. I don't want to venture beyond places that I don't know. But the thing is, not venturing beyond those places that are less known hurts the small man and the small woman who wants to make a living through the tourism sector, whether it's in for selling traditional cultural wear, or hosting people as patrons in a local restaurant, township restaurants. So I think we need to work at the culture of understanding that tourism does really contribute to the economy, but everybody has to take a responsibility, including people in the townships. When they see visitors, they have to realize these people are spending money. Somebody is benefiting. Somebody is able to feed the children with their families, and the more people are able to benefit from the tourism sector, hopefully the more we'll get to appreciate them. But it's a two-headed snake, isn't it? What comes first? We have to appreciate. We have to create. We are known to be very friendly people, South Africans, very hospitable, and we know that we are, but we are also capable of extreme violence that can be quite painful, and it hurts the image of South Africa because people constantly say it's not safe. One of the first things that come up is it's not safe.
All right, Solly, thank you so much for your time. That's Solly Moeng, brand reputation strategist at DonValley Reputation Managers. They're just giving us an insight when it comes to the state of South Africa's tourism.